Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. In this short tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can make these cool Apple-style sideways scrolling slides, and you can click on any one of them to zoom in. So let's jump straight into it. As usual, we'll start with a blank slide and we'll go to File, Blank Presentation, right click here and choose Layout Blank. To add in your photos, you can go to Insert, Pictures and choose them from either the device or stock images. To save time, I'm quickly going to paste in some slides that I made earlier, and I've just added 3 slides for this example. Each one of them has a full screen image on it. I think these look great. You can get your images from anywhere. Just make sure that you put one on each slide full screen. So we'll now go back to slide 1 and then we'll go to Insert and then we'll click Zoom. We want to click Slide Zoom, select our 3 slides and click Insert. I want these to be 18 wide, so while they're still selected, I can right click, go to Format Object, go to the Shape section and choose Size, and then type in 18 wide and press Return. Now if I hold down Control and use the mouse wheel, I can zoom out. You can also adjust the slider at the bottom. I'm going to position these slightly off the screen, this one in the centre, this one just off the screen but level. You can see the smart guides appear. I drop it right there. Then I can pick up this one and move it to the right. I want it to have the same gap as the other one, and to do that you can drag it until these smart guides appear, showing the 2 equally sized arrows between the photos. If yours doesn't show, you can always right click, go to Grids and Guides and make sure that Smart Guides is turned on. Now I have my 3 slide zooms positioned where I want them. We can click on them, go to Zoom, and on each one I'm going to select Return to Zoom. What this means is that when you zoom into them and then you zoom out, it will come back to the previous slide rather than going to the next one. Now let's add our gradient background. And for this I'm going to choose a very nearly black background, so I can right click, go to Format Background, click on Colour, choose more colours here, and Custom, and mine's just going to be 10 of red, green and blue, and click OK. Now we're going to add our gradient. We can go to the drawing menu and choose rectangle, click anywhere. I'm going to select gradient fill. We can click and drag these up or down to remove them. For the one on the left, I'm going to choose more colours. You can choose any colour you think that looks good. I'm just going to type in 140, 170 and 170. Click OK. I want the same colour for this side, so I'm also going to make this 100% transparent. And now I'm going to click on this, control on the mouse wheel to zoom in a bit, position it to the left until it snaps to the side of the screen. Set the shape outline to none, and then click on this point here to drag it over to the full width of the screen. Right click, send to back. Now we can pick this up, make it a bit smaller. That looks pretty good to me. You can adjust that to whatever you think looks good. I'm now going to create the one above. And to do that, we can hold down Control and Shift, click on this and drag. I want the gradient to be the other way round. And to do that, you can either rotate this, flip it vertically, or change these gradient stops. I've just flipped it vertically because I think it's the quickest. Now I can hold down Shift and drag this down until it's in the perfect position. You can use the cursor keys for some fine adjustment, and again, it's wherever you think looks good. And while it's selected, I'm just going to drag this out. Right click, send to back. Now we can add the reflection here. So we click on this element, go to Reflection, and I'm going to go to the very first option, which is Tight Reflection Touching. I think that looks good. Go full screen to see it. Nice. For either of these gradients, you can adjust the transparency and the brightness to whatever you think looks good. I think that just taking down the brightness of this part here looks a bit better, so I'm going to drag this down to about -50 will be fine. And then play that. I think that looks really good. Now we can just apply the reflection to the other zooms, so we can move across, click on this, go to Effects, Reflection and choose the first one again. And then the same for this one, reflection, and choose the first option. I'll hold Control and zoom out. And for the final part, we're just going to duplicate our slides and set them up for the other transition. But if we run from here, you'll see this one already works by zooming in and zooming out and looks really nice. To do this, we're going to add the Morph transition. So while the slide's selected, we'll go to Transitions, make sure Morph is selected, and then press Ctrl D, which will duplicate the slide. Now, while slide 2 is selected, I'm going to click on this one, hold down Shift, click on that one, and while Shift is still held down, click on the third. Now I'll just roll over this line and hold down Shift to keep it straight. I can drag this into position. I'll press Ctrl D again to duplicate to make a third slide and do the same again, holding down Shift. And now when we play from slide 1, we should be able to move across and back in this really stylish way on this menu. So I'll run from the beginning. Nice. The left cursor key will allow you to go back, and the hand will allow you to zoom in and zoom back. Brilliant. So there's a really cool way of making an interactive sideways scrolling menu in an Apple style quickly and easily in PowerPoint. And if you'd like to download the source files for any of my tutorials, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. And if you want to become a PowerPoint expert and make stunning slides, watch one of these videos. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.